What's up, everyone? I'm the Classic Rocker, and we are back tonight with some more gyro box fighting. Practice makes perfect, that's what they say. So let's go ahead and hop into Raiders map real quick and just do a little Billy bicep exercise. Then we'll hop into the box PvP that Zardy has been so kind to show me. Let me get my bearings here. That's not the right map. Let's go. Here it is. Let's do it. Hey, what's up, Brody Crowther? Good to see you, homie. Hope you had an excellent day, man. We're just getting warmed up. Doing good things. Great things are happening. Great things are happening. So we're going to work on some mechanics. And then eventually, by the end of it, we'll get into some matches. But I got to get this practice in here. Otherwise, it will never happen. Okay, so let's pull up the good Billy biceps homework assignments really fast. Okay, why isn't Discord actually showing up? Okay, let's quit Discord and then go back into it. How about that? There we go. There we go. Hey, Zardy, if you're on stream, I can't answer the phone right now. Hang on a second. Let me get in here. All right. Now I can do it. Now I can do it. Let me call him real quick. Now he's not entering. Maybe it was by mistake. Okay. Well, whatever you wanted to tell me if you're watching the stream, call me again. I just couldn't get into my Discord screen because everything was all screwed up. So I just fixed it. Or maybe it was a glitch. Who knows? Okay. Well, let's find Billy Bicep stuff here. No more delays. No more delays. So yesterday, my son had a basketball game, and I just took the night off. He actually had 2 games at night, so I took the night off, which was kind of pleasant, enjoyable. But now we are back, and I feel like I don't even know what I'm trying to push buttons on here. Okay, so let's find Billy Bicep. There it is. Let's open the homework page. Let's go. All right, so now we're going to go through this exercise.
Here I want to do a quick breakdown of different peaks. When there is a player outside of your box, but not directly in front of your wall, generally you want to go for a peanut butter jump shot. A peanut butter is this top right 3-tile edit, and then here we can jump and shoot. If there's a player standing on top of a ramp outside of your box, you can't peek from behind your cone like this because that player can see you. What you can do instead is make a bottom right 3-tile edit or a right arch, something that allows you to safely isolate the angle and shoot that player's feet. If that player is not standing on top of a ramp, And let's say that player is, in this position but crouching. Here is where I'd want to make a big edit, stand up, and shoot from over my cone. In a different example here, we can see that gives you peeker's advantage. In this case, I would want to, let's say I play on simple edit, make this arch edit, stand up, shoot the player from behind my cone. And that's all of our peaks from even ground. Let's talk about low ground. Low ground, I don't need to do anything except stand in this front left corner, look straight up, double edit, jump and shoot. That's it. Every single time that gives me the best angle to shoot the player. Things get a little bit more complicated when that player is standing in a safer position. For example, let's say that player is trying to pressure my builds through that window here. If that's the case, then we need to go for what's called the Martov's Classic. From this position, I can't quite jump high enough to see that player. So what I need to do instead, if that player is playing from such a safe position, is I need to, instead of peeking through...
Hey, what's up, Voodoo? Good to see you, homie.
I need to peek through this edit. We're pushing the peek angle back. So that
Of course I'm enjoying myself.
This railing. And now you can see I can jump quite a bit higher. I can see the player. It also helps if you edit your cone into a ramp here. That'll allow you to jump a little bit higher and shoot the player from low ground.
Okay.
Here I want to do
So we've got multiple peaks that we need to try and accomplish here. I'm in the wrong map. So hang on. Let me get to where I need to be here. So that was in the piece map. There we go. So we need to do the one that's got a ramp. Okay, so he's on the side here. I gotta make this. Well, no, that's not the right positioning actually. So I need to go here. And then if he's right there, I need to do this one. Okay, and use my cone. Oh, you watched it today, huh? That's awesome. So what happened? What ended up happening? My light flickering? Hang on, let me fix my light real quick. All right, there we go. No, that's not the right peak. Peterbot beat Clicks by 11. They both died to Storm after they tried to fight each other last match, but they didn't finish the fight. Oh, man. That sounds awesome. I wish I could have watched it. No, that's too wide of an edit. Okay, let's really concentrate on positioning here. So the guy is right there, so I want to do this one because I'm behind my cone. Oh, wow. So they did it on purpose. Interesting. That's crazy, bro. Like, why do something like that? I mean, for real. What are you going to gain by doing that? What would you gain by doing such a thing? Okay, so that's not the right peak either. Okay, so let's think about this. Okay, so he's backed up right here. Here, I need to rewatch what he said again real quick because I'm confused about my positioning. All right, here we go. No, that's not what I need. Direct messages, Billy Bicep. There it is. Okay, refresher, viable peaks. Here we go.
Here I wanted to jump shot. A peanut butter is this top right 3-tile edit, and then here jump shot. A peanut butter is the side of your box of different peaks. When there is a player outside of your
Okay,
box,
which one did he go to?
peaks. When there
Okay, that was
is
number
a
4.
player outside of your box, but not directly in front of your
Okay, I
wall,
need to go to number
you want
4.
to go for a peanut butter jump shot. A peanut butter is this top right 3
Yo, what's up, Neil Baxter? Good to see you, homie.
jump and shoot. If there's a player standing on top of a ramp outside of your box, you can't peek from behind your cone like this because that player can see you. What you can do instead is
Okay,
make a
I need to-
edit, and then here want to go for a, but not directly in front of your wall. Generally,
Not directly in front of the
peanut
wall.
butter jump shot.
Do peanut butter,
is this
okay?
top right 3-tile edit, and then here
If he's not directly in front of my wall, I need to do a peanut butter.
player standing on top of a ramp outside of your box. You can't peek from behind your cone like this because that player can see you. What you can do instead is make a bottom right 3-tile
Okay.
or a right arch, something that
So you want to make it to where the edit,
the angle and shoot
to where I can't see his face. Okay.
If that player is not standing on top of a ramp, and let's say that player is, in this position but crouching, here is where I'd want to make a big edit, stand up and shoot from over my cone.
Okay, so if he's on the bottom half of the ramp,
that gives you peeker's advantage in this case.
I need to do the
Let's say I play this
2-tile
this
edit, or the
arch edit,
2,
stand up, shoot the
whatever
player
it is
from
called, 6-tile edit.
That's all of our peaks. From even ground, let's talk about low ground. Low ground, I don't need to do anything except stand in this front left corner, look straight up, double edit, jump and shoot. That's
Okay.
every single time. That gives me the best angle to shoot the player. Things get a little bit more complicated when that player is standing in a safer position. For example, let's say that player is trying to pressure my builds through that window here. If that's the case, then we need to go for what's called the Martaz Classic. From this position, I can't quite jump high enough to see that player. So what I need to do instead, if that player is playing from such a safe position, is I need to, instead of peeking through this edit, I need to peek through this edit. We're pushing the peak angle back so that I can have the angle over this railing. And now you can see I can jump quite a bit higher. I can see the player. It also helps if you edit your cone into a ramp here. That'll allow you to jump a little bit higher and shoot the player from low ground.
All right.
Do a quick breakdown of.
Here we go. All right, let's see what's up here. So let's try this again. But I need to be in. There we go. I need to be in number 4. Yeah, it's Raiders Mechanics V5. Okay, so this part right here, he is closer to the wall, so I need to do this so I can't see his face. Okay. Okay, so then I just need to change positioning. I see. Let's see. So I can get this. Okay. Why did it look like he was standing in a different spot every time? Okay, so that time it's different. Okay. So right there, if he's on the bottom half, I need to do this. Okay, I see. Okay, this time he's further away from the wall, so I need to do a peanut butter. Okay. This time he's close to the wall, so I need to do the bottom tile edit. Oh, okay, well, actually, that was a bad one. Because he was so close to the wall, I should have done something different. Okay, this time he's far away. This time he's kind of close, but not really. Okay, just got to call all these things out so I can recognize it in game and then actually do it. Okay, so this time he's same thing. Okay, so this one right here, probably that's a better peak right there. Or maybe a 6 tile. That's what I should have done, 6 tile. Okay. No, he could still see me, so that's bad. So it needs to be this one. Alright. This one. Okay, so this is a good one. Okay. I just got to see where their positioning's at and try to remember these spots. Okay, so this one is this one. Okay. This one is this one. No, that's not right. I can see his face. This one is... Okay, so that one's right. Alright, so bottom half. Okay, I just need to call it out. Bottom half. Bottom half. Okay, this one is 6 tile. This one is 6 tile. This one is peanut butter. This one is bottom half. This one is 6 tile. No, that was bad because he could still see me. That should have been bottom half. Bottom half. Maybe that should have been peanut butter. This is peanut butter for sure. Okay, this one is bottom half. Okay, 6 tile. No, that's not bad. That's not it. It's bottom half. Bottom half. No, that was bad. Bottom half. No, that was bad too. Okay, this one's definitely peanut butter. Bottom half. Okay. So I gotta figure out what to do with this one because this one he could still see me maybe. Let's look. Okay, so this one would be if he's at the very bottom of the ramp, I can do a 6 tile edit safely. Okay. This one is peanut butter. This one is bottom half. This one is... That one should have been peanut butter. This one is 6 tile. This one is peanut butter. Oops. This one is 6 tile. This one is bottom half. This one is 6 tile. This one is bottom half. Okay, so if he's halfway up the ramp, it's always bottom half. If he's far away, it's peanut butter. If he's at the bottom, it's 6 tile. Okay. So this one is peanut butter. This one is peanut butter. This one is peanut butter. Okay, this one is bottom half. Nope, I just made the wrong peak there. Bottom half. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. This one is 6 tile. Well, maybe I can just do that. No, that's bad. This one's peanut butter. This one is 6 tile. This one is peanut butter. This one is bottom half. This one is bottom half. This one is bottom half. Or no, that should have been 6 tile. This one is peanut butter. This one is bottom half. Hey, if you're watching Neil Baxter, I reached out to that guy FN today. So we're going to play sometime soon. And he's pretty pumped. So this could be the start of something good in terms of collaboration and stuff like that between me and him, because he's the only gyro streamer in India. I'm pretty much the only gyro streamer focusing on Fortnite in the United States. There's one other guy that we found yesterday named Gyro Aim that he streamed once Fortnite. He just started streaming, but he mainly plays, I think, Call of Duty or something else. I can't remember what else he plays. But like, I think he's even streaming right now a different game. I don't know what game he's playing right now. But we've got some cool stuff in the works. So that guy in FN and me will probably be playing sometime here in the near future. But I think that one's going to be, I've got a good feeling about working together with him. So I need to actually talk to him more because I just chatted with him on his stream today. And we'll just see where that goes, man. But he's pretty psyched because he said, he literally was just saying it's hard to find other gyro players. And then I chatted with him on there and he was pretty stoked about that. Okay, so this one is bottom half. This one is bottom or 6 tile. This one is bottom half. No, that should have been six tile. This one's peanut butter. This one's peanut butter. No, this one's six. No, this one's bottom half. This one is 6 tile. No, that was the wrong peak. This one is bottom half. This one is peanut butter. Okay, so then now what I need to do is I need to... He's not on the top of the ramp, is he? No. I need to try at least just one more. How did he get him to be on the top of the ramp? I don't think I've ever seen him on top of the ramp. Okay. All right, so if he's on top, I can go like this. Maybe he went to a different one. Let's see. See if I can find one where he would be on top. this is not the right one either. How did he get him to be on top? Let's try number 7. Okay, so let's try that from this vantage point here. Oops. Okay. Okay, so I need to get to the left side of my box. There we go. Okay, that took me way too long to set up, but I did it almost right. Okay. Okay. So let's go into box PvP now. Box PvP. Is there nobody in here? What? Hang on, let me make sure I got this right. It's 1,900 people in here. Oh, it's set to private, that's why. How did it get set to private? But did y'all hear what I was saying about that guy, FN? Because that's going to be pretty cool. Oh, come on. That's just terrible. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, well, what I wanna try and talk to him about is teaming up to promote a bunch of different things. I don't know exactly how it's all gonna go yet, but I think I have a feeling that once I actually talk to him and have a conversation with him, that this is going to be the start of something huge. So let's just cross our fingers here and see what happens with it. Come on, man. Why is it feeling so sluggish now? I think what I need to do before I get into doing that is I need to go into the Raider map again and try to get the feel for how I'm holding this, because for some reason it's feeling different. I got to figure out why. I literally had something mapped out before I started this, and then it just feels different. So I got to find out how I'm holding it wrong. What am I doing different here? was I holding this? Okay, I accidentally pre-edited that. Oh, okay. Wait, let's try this. Oh, okay, come on. Okay. Okay. Also, Voodoo, if you're watching, bro, Jib Smart finally sent a long, well thought out reply that after stream I'm gonna craft a reply back, but it has to do with the debate about whether aim assist is on while gyro is on. So that ought to be interesting too. So we got some cool stuff in the works. Things are happening. Hey, what's up, Mr. I? Good to see you, homie. Yeah, man, just practicing my mechanics trying to get my peaks right. Right now, I'm just trying to get the feel for the way my controller needs to be held so that I can make the right moves, hit my shots easily. And then we're going to go back into box PvP and just try to get some reps. And then we'll go into some actual matches here after a while. But I got to get all this stuff worked out during the time that I have, you know, because if I just keep playing matches and not working this stuff out, it's just never going to get better. Also, that guy FN from India, I'm supposed to be talking to him here hopefully soon, maybe tomorrow. Just depends. I don't know what time it is over there, but I need to try and work it out to where I can play with him and have some time to go over some things. And what else? What else is new? Zardy showed me a few things before stream that I got to go into some other parts in Raiders map and work on. Okay, so let's just focus on keeping everything straight. Yeah, well, it's just a debate, you know, so we'll see. You know, I may never convince him, but I know for 1,000% sure that I'm correct about this. So the way it started, again, was because Owlman 2009 made a post about Gyro aim assist being active in another game while Gyro was on, and it's screwing up his aim. And so that's how the whole thing kind of started again. Was because I brought up the Fortnite thing again. And I ended up making a separate Reddit just specifically about the aim assist and all the other things, all the other settings that are being affected without the intent of it being affected for the basic controls and the controller platform and steadying along with aim assist. Yeah, that guy FN. Yeah, I reached out to him today, and he literally was just, right before I reached out to him, he was just saying it's so hard to find other Gyro players, and then when I reached out to him, he was pretty pumped, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, why is everything being whiff right now when earlier it was just so, like, it was so on point earlier too. So I need to figure out how I'm holding this different. I'm not sure what you mean by Gyro with aim assist. Are you saying he uses aim assist too? how was I holding this earlier that this was just so on fire? That's what I got to figure out. Well, maybe I can get him to play builds. You know, I don't care about playing zero build. I'll play zero build. You know, I just think it would be so much better if we could play builds. You know, and then Friday I played and played with ID crossplays and the titanium gyro, as he's going by now. And another guy named Strawberry. And so there's supposed to be a video that's going to be made from that. I don't know when or if that's going to come out. So slowly but surely, man, things are starting to take shape. And then another thing that I need to start doing too is I'm going to start using the Gyro Gang Reddit as a way to just kind of map out how all of this is going to go by creating posts in there. And then hopefully from that, there can be discoveries made by other Reddit users that end up seeing the posts that I make. And that's the way that I can build Gyro Gang. So I just have to kind of treat it like I'm writing a book and just start making a post every day in Gyro Gang. Because it's been a month and nothing's been done with it, so I need to start finding a way to make time to do that too. There's so much that I've got to do, man, to try to get this off the ground. So anybody that wants to help or be a part, you know, just let me know, because it'll just make things go faster. I can't do this all by myself quickly. What the heck was I doing with this earlier? Okay, so that part is working like I expect it to. So that's good. Well, said that. Whiffed it. Okay, so I think on going into each spot, coming out of it. Crosshair placement only. That's all I need to be worried about. Okay. So what is making it do that? That I'm not holding it right. Okay, let's reset all this. Okay, so that's money. And the other day, I I found somebody named Gyro Vod or Gyro Vods that I thought was a Gyro player, and I let Voodoo know. I was like, "Hey man, I found a Gyro player in the United States that's streaming," and Voodoo said, "No, he's not a Gyro player." So I should have looked and seen that he had keyboard and mouse binds on, but his name fooled me. So I don't know why he's calling himself Gyro Vods, because that doesn't make sense to me. Because keyboard and mouse has nothing to do with gyro, so I don't know what that's all about. I was his first 2 subscribers. And then I unsubscribed because I it's so oh my gosh. I was laughing so hard when I realized that he wasn't really a gyro player. Cuz I got so excited and then I realized he wasn't a gyro player. Well, he had no subs to begin with, so I wasn't trying to sub to him if he wasn't a gyro player, you know? But I subbed to him from my personal account and my classic rocker account, and then I was like, and then when he showed me that he wasn't, I was like, oh man, I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. Okay. Let's see why. Okay. Let's set it down and figure out how the heck I was holding this. Because there was a way I held it earlier before stream that it was just literally everything I did was just on fire. And I have to figure out what I did. Okay, maybe this is it here. Okay, so this... Okay, so I think maybe it's my thumb has to be like really... really extended. Like the bottom part of my thumb needs to be on the stick almost. And it's got to be more like a glide, okay? It's like I gotta float it. Gotta feel floaty. Yes, hey, what's up, Sonic Twist? It's been a minute, man. Good to see you again. I am also using Gyro for building and editing. It is always on. So I use, you could see when I'm using my right stick, because I use both sticks, obviously, right? The left stick, obviously, for movement, right? But I use the right stick and the gyro to create friction. So right now, I barely have my thumb on the stick, but when I move, if I put pressure on the stick, it creates a friction that's not there if I remove the stick. So you see, this is without stick, and then this is with the stick on it. It's like it slows it down just enough to where I can control it in a way that gives me more precision. So that technique is called thumbstick roll. That's what I'm calling that. Because the two inputs compete against each other and makes it feel like aim assist when I'm trying to lock onto something, or if I'm making an edit, if I'm holding it right, it makes it to where it feels tight, not loose. Like I can just whip through all of it and it feels like I'm not really trying. It's just pressure that I'm applying to the stick. So when you see the stick turn bright green, that's when I'm cranking the stick all the way. But most of the time, I'm in the middle and not cranking the stick. So the crank on the stick is just to finish a fast movement, but short, right? So if I need to do that, it's a short, fast movement that I can whip out by cranking the stick. But everything else is just my thumb putting pressure on the stick to control the gyro in a way that gives me more precision. Fast. That's the key, is I'm trying to get it to where my precision is fast. I don't remember that clip. What clip is that? Okay, so it says, I've tested gyro for build mode editing recently. It feels very smooth. I would switch to it if I turn more gyro on, like gyro on the normal look sensitivity. Oh, you just sent it to me. Okay. Just now. Okay, let me take a look real quick and see what you're talking about.
Yep. I'm on. He's trying to throw dynamite in the water.
Yep, I know. Oh, I should have killed that wall. I would have killed him. He's 57 white. I should have killed him, and I should have used my brick, man.
Oh, that's the wrong clip. Okay. Okay. I was like, I don't know what that means though. So, to answer what you're saying, Sonic Twist, when you say normal look sensitivity, I'm not sure what you mean, but I have here, let me just show you my settings so you can see what I'm doing. Maybe that'll kind of explain some things. Okay, so here's how you fix your long range gyro aim. Okay, so in long range, you need smaller angles. So here, let me show you first what I'm talking about. Okay, so you see this bot right here, this guy. Okay, when you're aiming in long range, you need smaller angles. Okay, so let me get further away from this guy. So this would be, let's just say this is long range, right? Let me get up higher so I can see him. Still, he went away. Okay, let's focus on this guy right here. Okay, so in long range, you need slower movement and smaller angles, okay? In close range, you need faster movement and faster angles, okay? So what you have to do is you have to find settings with your multipliers here that will give you the ability to do small adjustments and big adjustments. You see how so if I need to adjust it small, I can do it long range, right? But if I need to go close range, I can make big adjustments. You see, I can make it, the angle is bigger. So like, look, from this point to this point, I got to cover this distance here to go close range. But right here, I only need to go from here to here to go long range. So the trick is to find settings that will give you the ability to control it like that in long range and control it like that in close range. Okay? Because see, my long range is on fire. My mid range is on fire. My close range is on fire. But you have to understand what angles you need to hit to be able to do it. And so if you're using gyro only, you just want to find a way to be able to just see. Right now I'm just using only gyro, right? You want to find a way to be able to control it to where you can go slow and still track, right? But then in close range, you want to be able to move it faster, right? So you got to have that balance. So that's how I do it, but then I use the stick as a brake. Okay? So I play like I'm using sticks because it gives me a little bit more control when I'm trying to aim in. Or when I'm trying to do hip fire motions. Like I can do more precise. Did you see that flick right there? I can flick it and still hit my shot because I'm using the stick as a stopping mechanism. Okay, so I have it set to always. So if you have it for just scope and ADS, then if you set it to always, it'll give you the ability to do what I'm doing with this. So you might want to play around with that. Because the trick with building and editing on gyro is finding the right multipliers here too. Because if, for example, let me put this to 1, right? At 1, it's slower, but I can't edit as good. It just feels wonky, right? So you want to find a build sense that allows you to fast flip. So I've got my builds out right now, right? So now I can fast flip it, right? So if I want to build a box real quick, I can just flip it like that and it's done, right? But my edit is a complement to my fastness on the build mode. So what that means is that the faster that my build sensitivity is, it will affect how fast my edits feel. So you don't have to have a very high multiplier on your build, on your edit, if your builds are fast enough. So it all depends on how you want to feel it, but these two work in conjunction together. So when you get the right values here, it will feel like it's all one fluid motion. Because sometimes what happens is if you have the wrong numbers in there, when you're not fighting somebody and you're just messing around, it feels great. But as soon as you get into a fight, you'll see that it's too slow or too fast in certain areas, and that's why you'll screw it up and mess up your build or your edit for what you were trying to do. And again, I use the stick to help me control all of it. So I'm using gyro to make fast movements, or 90 and 180 degree movements, and then I use the stick to help me kind of control the smaller movements as a brake. See, I can whip through all of these edits quickly because of the way that I have it set up right now between my build mode and edit mode. You know, and the reason why I'm going through all of this just over and over and over again is because I'm trying to get my grip right, because it's taken me forever to find how I want to control it, and now I have to remember how to hold it to make it work right. Okay, let me check out this clip that you sent here. All right, hang on. Let me get out of the way of these bots so they can stop making noise. Hey, thanks, Jacob. Appreciate that, man. And no problem, Neil Baxter. Anytime, homie. Anytime. All right, let's see this clip that Voodoo made. Hang on, let me... Can I open it? Oh, full screen. Okay, we got to replay that again. And that... What was that on the Stinger? Was that the Stinger? No, that's the hardest weapon to control like that, too. So that's good stuff, bro. That SMG has so much recoil that to be able to control it at that long distance and then keep it at that arc, that's good stuff, bro. That's pretty good, bro. Yeah, so Stick Max is a... Think of all the concepts that I've made. So I've got 6 concepts now, right? I've got gyro lock. I've got thumbstick roll. I've got... dang it. I gotta look up my own concepts now because I forgot what they were. Hang on a second. I gotta look up what I put on here. View channel. Okay. Gyro lock, fast flip, thumbstick roll, stick max. Bro, and I'm drawing a blank, man, on the last 2 because I just came up with these other 2. But anyways, stick max is, it'll probably come to me like in the middle of something when I'm not thinking about it. But stick max is just a concept to where when you crank it, you have the ability to come back fast. So if I crank it this way, let me get to a spot to where I can do it slower so that it'll make more sense. So I'm going to crank the stick, but if I want to go back, I can go back faster than if I use the stick to go back. So like if I'm going this way with the stick, but then I need to come back with the stick, I can only go that fast, right? What Stick Max does is it gives me the ability to crank it, but then make an adjustment back. You see? So like I cranked it, but I missed it because he moved, right? Let's pretend this guy is moving like a pro player, right? When you're fighting against a pro, you can move it to right here, but by the time you get there, he's already in a different spot, so you have to go back quickly. So Stick Max gives you the ability to control it to where you've cranked the stick, but then you got to come back. So when you're in a close range fight, right, that's where it really applies. Because you're doing everything so fast that when you crank it, you got to come back and hit your shot. So it's like... let me try to see if I can make an example of what Stick Max would look like in real time, right? So it's kind of like I got to crank the stick and then I come back. You see how I did that? Because like but I cranked it to get over here, but he moved. And then I have to go back to that spot. And it just gives me a way to be able to control it. Here, let me... Let me move this to 92 here, just to see if it's different. Yeah. So it's hard to demonstrate on these bots because you're not like they're not moving as fast as a real person. But what happens sometimes is that if I don't use stick max right, I'll come here and then when I come back, I'll just completely miss the shot. You see? So that's what stick max is more of a concept of how you use it to hit a shot adjustment to come back to it. So that's how I normally use it is I'll crank in to the right and then I'll swing it back to the left because it's so much faster than using the stick to come back. Oh, continuous tracking is the last one that I just came up with, okay? Fast flip is the second one. There was something right before continuous tracking and I can't remember what it was. Yeah, there was one before continuous tracking. I can't remember. It'll come to me, but I just can't remember what I was calling it. You know, and part of the reason why I'm coming up with these names is because I believe that when we start teaching people to use gyro, right, in large numbers, having these names is going to be an easy way for people to understand what's happening versus saying and then having them try to remember all of it. You know, because that's what it feels like all of the instruction is right now, is it just feels like it's very well written and it's very well, you know, demonstrated, but it needs to have some kind of like quick association to a technique, right? It needs to be like when you do continuous tracking, this is what it means, right? And then people can kind of have a way to associate what's actually happening with it. Yeah, there was one other one, but I can't remember what it was. Okay, so that just feels wrong for some reason, and I gotta figure out why. Well, you don't have to use. So think of it like this. Think of gyro as a tool, right? So if you only need gyro to be on when you're using ADS and you're okay with that, then that's great. If you want to expand your toolbox, then you already know how to play with gyro on the ADS only, right? So you've already got that set up. So just play around with different settings to help you get another tool in your toolbox, right? So I think that's good. You're on your way to expanding it. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. So don't take what I'm saying and like think that I'm the expert, right? I only know what I know based on all the different things that I've just failed at trying to do this. So if you just focus on, hey, I've got an idea, let me try tinkering with this other part so I can have another tool to use, that's the way that you're going to kind of discover how some of these other things work. And then when you get stuck, you can ask me and I'll tell you what I know about it. Because I literally have gone through every one of these settings and tweaked it to the nth degree to find where I'm at right now with it. You see? So it's just basically a matter of practice and experimentation for you to find the right thing that's going to work for you. Well, if you can share with me what your settings are, and if you're using any stick movement at all, or if you're just using only gyro, I can help you with that, because the long range part of it is the hardest part in some ways, because to try and control it, like, see, let me do this again, right? So I could show you. So this person is long range, right? I'm just using gyro only to stay in track with this guy, okay? But if I need to, I've got it set to where I can go this fast with it. So it's just a matter of understanding how to set it up so that you can go slow and then go fast. Yeah, so my whole goal, just is this, and I'll explain this here in just a second. So let me start with Neil Baxter first. Okay, so that is a good way to think of it, because my whole goal with getting fast flip, this is what I'm calling fast flip, right? The ability to go 180, but still have the ability to control this right here, slow, right? So this is gyro lock, this is fast flip, okay? And then the reason why I came up with all that was because I didn't want to use flick stick. I wanted to be able to have the ability to do a flick stick-like maneuver with just the gyro itself, but still have precision in the front, okay? So you're on the right track there with that, Neil Baxter. Now, to answer your question, Jacob Fernandez, do I want to get better at fighting? Yes. That's the whole goal with all of this, is for me to get better all the way around. You know, that's why I'm grinding so hard to do this, because I want to be the first gyro player to win a tournament in Fortnite. Now, to answer your question, Sonic Tourist, here is the explanation of how to use the fast acceleration part, okay? So let me show you what happens here. So when you have the minimum threshold set, I'm going to set it high so that you can understand what it does, okay? The minimum threshold basically is like a limiter. So now when I move the gyro, it doesn't have as much wiggle to it. Okay, so even though this is set in degrees, this is 100 degrees, right? But when I tell you, hey, you need to move 100 degrees, you have no mental frame of reference for how far that is. So when you adjust these numbers, don't worry so much about what degree it is, and ask yourself this question: is it too wiggly or is it too tight? Okay? Because the higher the minimum threshold is, the more tight it will feel. Okay? If you have a lower minimum threshold, it will feel very loose. So now I'm going to open it all the way up. So now watch. You see how wiggly this is? And so that's with a lot of movement, right? Now I'm going to do small movements. Do you see how much play I have right here? It's at 0, and I can wiggle it like this, okay? But I'm going to put it back to 100 now, And watch what happens. I'm going to wiggle it the same, and it's going to barely move. So now I'm wiggling it the same, but it's tighter. I have to move it harder to get it to go further. Okay? So what you want to do is use the minimum threshold to give you the right amount of glide, is the only way I know how to say it, so that when you're coming in out of an angle, you can just glide into your spot. You see how I'm just gliding that? This is only gyro. This is no stick, okay? So you see how I can glide this and it feels and looks smooth, right? I'm able to just glide it around to the spot that I want to use it at, okay? If I go back to 100, that movement is going to look different. So now when I do the same movement, do you see how small it's going? I literally am moving it exactly the same, but because I put the minimum threshold at 100, it doesn't glide as far. It requires more movement to get it to go that far. Okay? So that's what the minimum threshold does, is it gives you the ability to let it glide into your shot at the right timing with the way that you want your hands to feel it and move it. Okay? Hey, what's up, Anzu? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm trying to explain to Sonic Twist how to set the minimum and maximum thresholds and what they do. Jacob Fernandez says, I recommend Solo Masterclass teaches you about fighting, rotating. Okay. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's a very good tip there. I will definitely try that. All right, so now maximum threshold. What does maximum threshold do? Maximum threshold, and again, don't worry about the numbers. Ask yourself this question. After I finish my motion, does it feel like it's stopping too short or too long? Okay, so look at this point here and look at this point here, right? The maximum threshold lets you feel like it's stopping further or stopping shorter. So like when I move this here, from here to here, if I want it to go further, I'm going to make it go higher. So let's go 198. So now it's easier for me to get to this spot because it's stopping further away, if that makes sense. I may not be using the right words, but maximum threshold has to do with the end of your movement, okay? Minimum threshold has to do with the beginning of your movement. So I have mine set at 197, okay? But watch what happens when I set this real low, okay? So now, you see how fast it's moving here? It's applying the acceleration I have much faster. So it's harder for me to control because it's too fast. So when you think of the threshold, see, logically we think more is faster. But the maximum threshold, if you have a low number here, it's actually lower is faster. See, that's why it's so confusing to set this stuff up, okay? You see how much faster my movement is here? So minimum threshold has to do with how far and fast your crosshair is moving, okay? So if it's going too fast and too far, right, you want to make it higher. So the reason why I have mine set at 197 is because it gives me the ability to move this slower and longer. Okay, so I'm going to go back to 4 so you can see. I'm going to move it the same way I just did just now so you can see the difference. So I'm moving it the same way, but you see how much faster it's moving? So that's what the maximum threshold does, is it controls the end of your movement, like how fast the crosshair is getting to the end of the spot you're trying to go. And again, my words are limited. I have to find a better way to word it so that it's very understandable and easy for people to grasp, okay? But slower movement gives you more precision, and that's probably what's screwing you up on your long distance, is you've got too low of a minimum or too low of a maximum threshold. It's harder to hit long distance shots, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go back to a low threshold. So now it's on 4, okay? So now when I try to aim in, it's harder to control. You see? So this is probably why you're struggling with your long distance shots, because your maximum threshold is too low. Okay? So if you bump this to a higher number, it will give you more precision because you're able to move the gyro slower. See, now, you see how I'm able to move it now? I can move it slower, but I can still go fast if I want. You see? So I can track this guy here. I'm only using gyro to track this guy. Okay? But if I want to go over here, where's this guy at? I can, and this is only gyro, right? I can flip it back, and then I could track. Okay? This is only gyro, no sticks. And if I want to go over here, I can flip it over here. So hopefully that makes sense. I hope that helps. Hey, what's up, Zardy? Yeah, I'm gonna go into box PvP here in a minute, but I was just working some things out here in the Raider map to get the feel for how I was holding it, because after I was fighting you, I lost the feel of how I was holding it. Like literally right after I got off Discord with you and I got on stream, it all just like went away. So I came in here to kind of work it all out again so I could get the right feel. But yeah, anyone that wants to try gyro should, man. So if you want to try using gyro, Anzu, you know, it's hard to do, but once you kind of understand the concept, it becomes easier. It's just, I wish I had better game sense. So that's what I can't even talk. That's what Zardy is helping me with, is my game sense and my mechanics. Because I spent so much time trying to figure these settings out that I didn't focus on actual game sense and smarts in game. So a lot of what I do is just all random building and editing, and then I end up making the wrong play. Okay, so let's bump that up one. Yeah, that's the reason why you're having so much trouble with long distance, because the default settings are not tuned for you to be able to hit long range shots the way that you want to feel it. That's exactly why. So I'm glad I was able to figure that out just by talking this out with you, because it can be a very frustrating and complex thing to understand how to adjust all of these numbers, because this is the only thing that it tells you right here. Watch, this is the perfect example, okay? So you go to the aiming sensitivity multiplier and it says gyro sensitivity multiplier while aiming your weapon. That's like saying, What is that box over there? That's a box over there. That's literally what this is. Aiming sensitivity multiplier is the description next to it to the left. And then to the right, it literally says the same thing as it said to the left, but just in more words. So, aiming sensitivity multiplier, how do you do it? Gyro sensitivity multiplier while aiming your weapon. That's literally like saying, look at that guy over there. There's a guy over there. How do you do it? How do you figure it out? You have to try it. So that's why I've been trying to map this out in a way that I can explain it to people, because for the average person that's reading this, they're like, how do you do this? It doesn't make sense because it doesn't intuitively adjust the way you want it to. The maximum and minimum threshold is the perfect example. To go faster, you have to go slower. You have to go lower on the maximum threshold to go faster. How does that make sense? I don't know. So, all right, so let me try to fix this here real quick. And then we'll go into box PvP. Actually, let me go 32. I think I want to go 32. No, let's go 40. No, let's go 24. Well, you're his brother, so you should know, right? But no, big shout out to Zardy, man. He has helped me a lot. A lot. So, huge thanks to you, bro. I really appreciate you, man. Yeah. Let's go. $50, maybe? No. See, and that's the other thing too, is that you can go and hunt for numbers, and one number will be just almost correct, but it's still not quite enough. And then you go to the next number and it's too much. And so once I get all of these things completely mapped out, I'll be able to explain how to get through those little things. Because like between 48 and 52 here on my edit, 52 feels good, but it feels like it's a little bit too much. And then when I go 50, it's too little. So those are the frustrating things with trying to set all these things up, is that sometimes you have to go faster to go slower, slower to go faster, and lower to go higher, higher to go lower. I mean, none of it makes any sense. It's not intuitive, for sure. Okay, let's go 58. Nope. Let's go 6. Okay, maybe that's what I need it to be. Okay, that feels so much better. Yeah, bro. I'm about to rock and roll, homie. I am about to rock and roll. Okay, let's go into box fight PvP and see if this actually is a thing here. Look at this. Look at this. See, this is why I'm so glad that I just started to dedicate my stream to just being in creative right now. And work some of these things out because this is the only time I have, you know. And if I just keep going into matches every day and not doing this, I'm hurting my time frame on how fast I can get this all done, you know. Okay, let's go into box PvP and see how this works. Yeah, well, that's what eventually I want to do, man. And yes, you are correct, Voodoo. I cannot change it for a month. But I did before stream. Because before stream, I adjusted a couple things that made me even more accurate. So if it doesn't work, then I'm going to go back. I know where it was at before and how good I had it, but I tried a couple things before stream, before I was with Zardy, and I went into a match of Reload earlier, and it was like on fire is the only way how to describe it. Oh, come on, man. But when I switch it back, watch what happens when I switch it back. Because I got a feeling that I'm going to end up switching it back here in just a second, and then it's going to be like I'm insane. Oh, I didn't see exactly where he was at. Oh, that was stupid. Okay. Alright. So let's go back. And watch what happens. Yeah, all that's the same. Basically, all I did was I changed my dead zone and my ADS and scope and my edits. Those were the three main things that I changed. But now I went back, and I'm probably going to be on fire now. Missed it. Let me actually... That's what it was. Just getting worked. I just need one more event. One more event. Oh my gosh, bro. It's like I feel like I'm just so freaking off point here. It's crazy, man. Literally before stream, I was so cooking. But this is proof right here, right? That it's all about how I'm holding it. The way that I'm holding it is different somehow. Yeah, let me jump. I'm going to jump back into Raiders map again. And see, everything that I'm doing right now, this is what I used to do before I started streaming. This is how I would figure stuff out, right? So it's how I'm holding it is what's making it different when I'm on fire versus when I'm not. And I have to find what I was doing because it feels like I'm holding it the same, but I'm not. Because I literally, right before the stream started, I played a match, and then Zardy called me and said he wanted to 1v1, and then right after I 1v1'd him, I like lost the feel for all of it. So I have to figure out what that is. Okay. Okay. All right, so here's what I need to do. I need to go back to what I did right before stream and find the correct way to do this because it literally was the best that I ever did. I was like, what in the world? I'm going to do so well tonight. What did I have this on? Yep, that's what I had it on. Actually, this was 66. There we go. my grip is completely wrong somehow. Okay, I'm gonna set this down and then check if the gyro needs to be calibrated. Let's calibrate it. Nope, it's all good. So let's just run it through again, because up the roll is, no, the left and right is off by, no, it's up, no, never mind. It must have corrected itself. It's all hovering at 0.1 and 0 now. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Yeah, no, so what is literally happening right now is this is the first time, like, over these last several days where, like I said, I can't change it, right? Because I was recognizing it's how I'm holding it is what's making the difference between me being on fire and me not being on fire, right? And then right before stream, I adjusted the dead zone, my ADS, and my edit. And I did it in a way to where every time I make a turn, it's just like one continuous thing to where I was just going in and out of my shots, and it was just from spot to spot to spot. I wasn't missing anything. So now that I am, and then when I just went back to what I had it on a few days ago, I wasn't even able to control that. So it's just even more proof to me that I have to hold it in the right way, and I got to remember what that is, because before stream today, I literally went through a match of reload and got 7 kills without even trying, and all the fights were just like bing, 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 bing. I was going through and just destroying until I made a mistake and I died, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did this. So this is where I need to keep it right here, and I have to just remember how I was holding it, because right after I did the 1v1 with Zardy is when it all went away. Because when I was playing with Zardy, I was just trying to keep up with him, and I was like, what in the world, man? I couldn't I just couldn't track, and I couldn't figure out what I was trying to do when I was fighting him. So somehow in the process before stream and me 1v1ing Zardy, I lost my grip on how I need to hold it. So I'm trying to remember how I did it, because it was literally the best ever. Like, I was coming out of 180 degree turns and then lining it up just like it was eating breakfast. But the fact that I can actually tell now what's happening is a good thing, right? Because before, I would just keep changing it and changing it and changing it, trying to chase that feeling, right? But now I recognize it's the way that I'm holding it, you know? But I'm glad I didn't stop tweaking things before, because I wouldn't have what I have now, you know? This was actually at 92. Okay, I think that's maybe what's throwing me off too, is that. There we go, bro. Come on. Okay. All right, let's go back into box PvP. Box PvP. Still holding it wrong. Stole your kill, homie. I knew somebody was right there. I couldn't see him. Get out of here. Yeah, I like the... I know what you mean. I have to get the right usage of ADS versus hipfire, but I like ADSing a lot because it gives me the ability to hit headshots better. That's how I hit a lot of my headshots, is when I ADS. Oh, I didn't realize it was a 1v1. I should have been more aware of that. Okay, I'm kind of starting to get the feel back. It's like a matter of loosening and tightening it at the right time. Oh, I should have... I thought I had my shotgun out. That was just my mistake. I almost did that. focus on crosshair placement. Oh, that was clean, bro. Come on. I'm in a bad spot. Ah, I couldn't think of what to do fast enough. Shoot. I thought that I had... He must have taken all my pieces because I thought I had all those pieces around me. Okay, so that one was my best one so far. Okay, I just need to go light. That's the key, is just go light. Couldn't switch it fast enough. Okay, I almost did that. Was just crap right there. Try something here. Come on, man. Yeah, I'll go into a couple matches before stream, or before the stream ends. This is all so close to just becoming insane. I just wish I could make it like flip a switch and then it's instant pro mode. But it's all part of the process. Where did he go? Man, I lost track of him. I literally don't know what happened. Whenever I fought Zardy, like I just lost the feel for all of it, bro. I wish I could get it back. I'm trying so hard to figure out how I was holding him. I even told him, I was like, this stream is gonna be so lit. I said, I got something cooking. Yeah, that's, how did that go? Did you get the skin? What? Where did he go? If that guy killed me, I was gonna get so mad. Yeah, how did you do in it? Did you get the skin? Oh, even in that one. Okay, that's the same one. I thought it was a different one. I thought there was two. Oh, I was thinking of the Zadie cup. Oh, come on, man. I should have killed Z. Maybe I gotta get more movement in it. Oh my gosh, that was crazy, man. Okay, I just lost track of where I was trying to go there. Oh, you had... Oh, yeah. No, I know that my awareness completely was gone on that. I literally lost track of what I was trying to even do. Okay. Okay, I think I understand what I need to do here. Oh, okay. Come on, man. I'm going to try small movement, big movement with my hands. Because I think I was subconsciously doing that earlier, and I think that's what the difference is that I was using more gyro subconsciously and less stick. That had to have been what I was doing earlier today. Or literally just a few hours ago before stream. Because that's how I hit that 200 pump just a second ago, was I just used my hands. So, let me try thinking small movement, big movement, depending on where everything is at. Okay, so that must have been what I was doing, because you see how I hit that shot and then I finished him? That was mostly my hands that did that. I was still using sticks earlier, but I was just using it in a different way. I think that's what the difference is. And going through these PvP map, or this box PvP map, it's like 10 times faster than queuing up into a match and waiting for all that. It's like, I wish I knew about this map a long time ago. edits are definitely not right. Oh my gosh. I just completely missed that. Okay. I want to try something again. Let's see. Oh, that's the same one. That's the same one. That's the same one. Okay. That's continuous tracking right there, homie. What? Oh my god, bro. I almost did that. Okay. Yeah. It's such a crazy thing to know that it's all just in how you're holding it and then how you move with it. And to get that technique to be the same every time, and to understand when you move it, it's going to go this far. You know, it's such a intricate thing. Come on. Oh, I just mistimed everything. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I changed. It took me a minute to figure out where I wanted to have my change materials a long time ago, but I ended up on left stick is where I ended up doing it. I used to have it on the D-pad for a long time. But yeah, so I can never change this again. I have to keep it right exactly where I had it in my last stream. Because before this stream, I thought I had some magic, and then it's what I had a couple days ago is actually better. I can never change this again. I just have to get used to where, when I'm pivoting, that's how I hit my close range shots and try to stay consistent is in how I'm moving my arms. Because that's what's happening subconsciously that is different today than the other day. Why I'm screwing it up now. You see how I just did that? It's because I'm starting to remember how I was moving it. But I literally can never change this again. It has to stay right here. It's just night and day difference, man. Oh, I couldn't get out of that edit fast enough. That's what the difference maker is how I'm swinging my arms. And when I started off today, I wasn't swinging my arms as much, and then I changed it to try to compensate for that. And it was really, really good, but this is more comfortable to me the way that I have it right now. And this was where I had it a couple days ago when on my last stream. Yeah, it's like not even close, man. Not even close. It's so much better like this. And it just took me 3 years to figure all this out, right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of time. Oh, what a pre-fire. What a pre-fire. Yeah, I just have to just watch the last 3 streams where I told myself, do not change it again, and use this as proof. This is proof. I cannot change it again. It has to be in my arms. Because now that I've got the feel back for it, I'm like, okay, that's what's happening. You know, because that's what's so hard about this, is understanding where you have to position yourself and how you need to hold it so that it does what you want it to do intuitively. You see? It's all in my arms. I mean, that right there by itself is proof. I mean, that guy was bad. He should have killed me. But I had enough time to be able to swing it back, and it's because my arms were kind of helping me get the right angle. Oh, I should have switched it back to my shotgun. Okay. See, this is so groundbreaking right here. For me to figure out how my arms need to move. Yeah, the more that I'm doing this right now, it's coming back to me, because it was all subconscious, see? But now I can consciously understand what's happening. Okay, so that took way too long. That took way too long. I have to understand how to swing that. Yeah, I mean, see, all this that's happening right now in my brain is it's me like going, oh, I have to swing my arms a certain way to get to where I need to be, but I was doing it all before, like, without thinking about it, thinking that it was coming from my stick more, right? But it's really in my arms. I'm still using stick, but the fine-tuned adjustments that I need to be able to go fast and then line it up precisely is coming from my arms. Because, like, even before I even started playing Gyro, I would naturally do this where my controller I would literally have the controller between my legs like this, and I'd be stretched in kind of like a weird position when I would be trying to execute like hard maneuvers, or the fight was really hard. And that's just naturally how I end up moving. But if I just stay with my hands on my lap and I play like chill and I'm not moving my arms a lot, that's where all the inconsistency is coming from, is because I'm not using my arms enough. You see that? That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the power of Gyro, bro. That's how you do it. But now I can consciously like understand what I'm trying to do. It just took 3 years, that's all. 3 years. That's all it took. 3 years. Oh, dang it. I thought that was going to be a 200. But do you see the difference? Now that I understand what it is that I'm trying to move, it's going to be game over, man. It's going to be game over. I just have to keep perfecting this technique, man. It's going to be lights out. Like, I literally consciously was just going 200, 200 to the head until I missed it by like just a fraction on the last guy. You see? It's such a night and day difference, bro. To understand how to do this. Oh! I just got confused on which button I was pushing. Come on, man. It's coming from my arms. I can't believe it took me this long to figure this out, dude, but it's literally coming from my arms. I lost track of him. Oh, I walked straight into his shot. Okay. That was a stupid play. Well, let this be a lesson to all those that are trying to learn gyro. You have to remember how you're moving it. So that you can have the consistency and understand your subconscious movements too. Like when you're playing it, you're like moving in a way one day that you're not moving the next day. Okay, so that's where I should have automatically put a ramp instead of trying to finish with my AR. Incredible, bro. What? Oh, come on, man. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to stop getting in the habit of right after I take the first crack of running in to try and finish. I have to make the crack, put a wall up, make a window edit, or do something to play back because I'm going in their face too much, and all they have to do is just pop me, and after I hit them on the first crack, and it's game over for me. So, as soon as I make the first shotgun shot, I have to be far enough back to put a wall up. See, in the time it took for me to hit that shot, he already had it lined up on my head. Well, I guess we just have to hope you can do it, Voodoo. And if you can, you'll be the first Gyro player to win a skin in a skin cup. That we know of. Anyways. Played this all completely wrong. That was just totally bad. Totally bad. Alright. Let's go into an actual match now. So I can wrap this stream up. Oh, he might have. He might have. I was just teasing you. But if you can actually do it, that'd be a big accomplishment. Alright, so let's do a match of regular ranked. Oh, never mind. There's only 6,000 people. No, I know they're not easy, man. I know they're not easy. Trust me, if I can't even destroy in a regular ranked cup, then it's totally not easy. For sure. But I believe you can do it, man. I believe in you, homie. Okay, if it doesn't queue up at 1 minute, then I need to go to ranked reload. Okay, ranked reload. Okay, so I gotta remember it's in my arms. It's in my arms. Oh, come on, bro. I didn't use my arms enough. That should have been so easy to hit. Get more animated in my arms. Oh. Just the time it took for me to mantle up there was too long. What? Oh, I'm out of mats. Okay, so I'm moving it wrong again. Alright, let's go one more. Let's go one more. And then right after stream, I gotta respond to Jib Smart. And who else just replied to me just now? No Ms. X. No Mrs. Well, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. You can be the first on NA. Okay. Oh my gosh. I thought I could grab the ledge there and I just missed it terribly. We're on the way, bro. We're on the way. I made a big discovery for myself tonight that is part of the reason why I've got a lot of inconsistency, is I realized that a lot of my movement that I do to make things work right and be on fire is coming from my arms. And so that was part of what was driving me to like continually change settings, was that I didn't realize that I wasn't moving my arms the same until tonight. Like there's some nights where I just play with the gyro or with the controller in my hands, but I'm not doing a lot of arm movements. And so like when I get more like this to control it, that's what's the difference maker basically. So now I just have to kind of consciously try to put that in my repertoire of movement so that I can be more consistent with how I'm doing things. So yeah, we're about to master it. It's about to happen. Just took me 3 years to figure it out, that's all. I mean, it's not bad. But you're going to watch me win this match tonight, because this is my last match tonight. Oh, come on. What what a stupid way to use that. I was trying to go forward, and I still ended up losing 30 shield again. Yeah, we are cooking, man. Well, we weren't cooking all night, but we're going to cook now. Because it took me basically all night to understand what's happening, why I keep one day it feels right, the next day it doesn't. Or 2 days it feels right, and then the next day it doesn't, you know, it's in my arms. I have to have consistent movement of my arms. See? I couldn't get out of it fast enough. Come on, man. And this is the third stream now where I've literally told myself I can never change my settings again, because everything, the way I have it set right now, there's no reason for me to change it because it's in my arms. I have to get the technique of how to hold this and move it down. Because when it's on point, it's like it's unstoppable. And then when it's not, it's because my arms aren't moving the right way. Because I would say over the last 3 days, 4 days, I've had probably the best movement that I've ever had out of gyro. And then I changed it right before stream, and it was really good. but I realized that it's still not right. It's better the way it was 2 days ago. Oh, what a great shot on his part. I literally put the wall up and he still shot me. If I lose this match, I'm going to go one more time. Oh, I thought I had my AR out. Okay, see, I wasn't moving my arms enough there. Where'd this guy go? What? Come on. Okay. We're going again. We're going again. One more time. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need to see more of. Stuff just like that. Where did he go? He has to be here somewhere. I guess not. Which way did he run? Oh, he's in here. Exactly, homie. Come on, I'm taking too long to line this up. Oh my gosh, I should have hit that. Okay, it's all in my arms, man. I just gotta get the right movement down. Because that was perfect right there, right? But then I whiffed some other stuff that I shouldn't have whiffed. Because I wasn't moving my arms right. I should have got both of those guys so easily. So easily. Okay, I just need to remember arms and just light and easy on the left stick. I don't have to go so hardcore on the left stick. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, homie. I must be tired, dude. What the heck was that? I was trying to go the other way. I literally shockwaved myself backwards like a complete dummy. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Give me more shockwaves. Okay, let's get this supply drop. Nobody touch it. Nobody touch it. Okay, I don't need anything else out of here. So. Woof. Okay, that's where you're at, you little snickerdoodle. Oh, come on, man. I couldn't get it. I had him in my box. You see? Ah, it's so close, dude. I just got to get my technique down. Oh. This guy was waiting for me. Where did he go? I literally ran up here thinking I was going to get him. What? I took fall damage on that? Okay. Going the wrong way now. Oh, come on. This guy was in the bush. Okay. Well, I got to go to bed. I got to respond to Jib Smart. So, you guys have a great night. Love you. We're going to do this again tomorrow. And tomorrow